Here's a hypothetical question for you. Which is better, an excellent 10-hour game or a decent 50-hour one? Decent 50-hour one.
Decent 50-hour one.
First and foremost, let's give IGN some applause. Some applause. Because they've done something that has very, very rarely been done for me on this channel. They have done some of my work for me already. They have allowed me to lay this up, if you will, to shoot two birds with one bullet, not one stone, because I'm Texan and better yet, I'm American. They have allowed me the ability to talk both about Rage 2 and Days Gone's repetitive, quantitative over qualitative gameplay, and they've also allowed me to address, well, what are some of the solutions to this issue within the gaming community, within the gaming industry, that we as consumers can solve and fix for ourselves, not relying on developers and publishers, because, you know, it's a little bit heavy-handed to say, hey, developers, fix this problem all the time. It's like, well, hold on a minute, what can we do to alleviate some of that stress? What can we do to alleviate some of that power from the developers, from the publishers, and put it back into our pockets? Let's start off, simply put, with talking about Rage 2 and Days Gone, specifically Rage 2. I was a huge fan of Rage. I still am. I still love the game. I still love what id Software tried to do in 2010. I'm looking at my copy of the game right now. I have it on my desk. I kiss it every night before I go night to sleep. I love Rage. I love what they did with the game. I love the open world. I loved it when it was id Software. Whoever said that Avalanche Studios is a great developer of open world games needs to have their credentials, their identity, all of that needs to be redacted immediately. Because I started to really think of Avalanche Studios games is. And when I started to think about it, I was like, so their open world games are Mad Max, which has similar issues to Days Gone and Rage 2. They have Just Cause 3, Just Cause 4, and I think Just Cause 2. And really with Just Cause 3, Just Cause 4, I was like, some of the controls with the cars, they're not necessarily, like, they're not like GTA. It's not like smooth. You know, that's Eazy-E song, Cruising Down the Street in My 6-Vo. You know, it's not like that. It's not smooth. It's jagged. It's weird. It's not fluid. And I think that's the worst thing about Rage 2's driving. It's not fluid, it's not smooth, it's jagged. I feel the heavy-handedness of the developer. Let me show you a clip of some gameplay that I captured with me driving the Phoenix, and then I'll go into the Icarus, and then I'll go into the bike that's in the game. This is me with the left stick all the way right and all the way left. I'm just like, it's like this, right? All of my force that I can put on the control stick is all the way to the right, then I go all the way left, and then all the way right, and then I'm going nowhere fast, is my point. And I don't know why they designed the driving that way. It makes absolutely no sense. It's like, why would you want to restrict the player's movement? I'm in the world literally called Rage 2, and worse yet, the vehicles are so slow. I mean, look at how slow I'm going right now. I constantly have to use boost all the time to get from point A to point B. It made no sense to me. I was disappointed with how slow I was. And in the original Rage, you're in a dune buggy that doesn't look like it can get you to point A to point B without crashing. And oh my goodness, I'm in Rage 2 and I'm trying to go fast and I can't go fast, so I'm like, let me get the bike. I get the bike, I'm trying to go fast and I can't go fast because they're restricting my movement again. Then worse yet, the physics system's all over the place. I get into the Icarus and now I'm flying. I'm not able to ascend or descend because the game won't allow me to do that. I can only ascend whenever and wherever the game wants me to. I can't do it myself. And I'm just like, what are you doing, Avalanche Studios? The whole game is an open world game, and yet all of my movements, all of my freedom is restricted. What are you doing? And worse yet, you offer me a very, very mediocre experience when it comes to the open world. And I'm just like, what's going on here? Why is Avalanche Studios, your credentials are redacted. You're not an open world developer. You need to find another expertise because you're not very good at it. But then I started to think to myself, well, what's a way that I as a consumer can alleviate this problem? Because obviously it's a problem. I said to myself, you know what? The whole reason why this is a problem, why these repetitive games are a problem, and I get it, hey, if you like Days Gone, I like Days Gone. I like parts of Days Gone specifically. But is it a great game, so to speak? No, it's not. But does it have great elements in it? Yeah, I think so. but this is a foundation. I talked about it earlier this month. I'm not gonna reiterate myself here in this video. My point is that Days Gone could need some work, is what I'm trying to say. And I think for me, for a gamer like me, and this is a problem with a lot of gamers, is that, listen, games cost $60. You're trying to find a balance between a quality product and a product that's going to last you for, you know, hopefully a week to 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, depending on who you are and how much you gain, right? So I was at GameStop and I returned Rage 2. I didn't get a full price, by the way, even though I returned it on Monday. I bought it on Tuesday. They didn't give me my full price back. GameStop, thank you very much. They gave me $25. So I was walking around GameStop today and I was thinking to myself, you know what? Let's get something that I want to do something with. Let's get something for the channel. Let's get something, because I don't have a lot of money. So I said to myself, I've never played the BioShock game series. I know that they have a BioShock collection. I love the first-person shooting of it. Let's get that. Let's play that. Let's do that for the channel. And here I am. I got BioShock loaded onto my PS4. I'm excited to play it. I got to do a video on The Witcher 3. Then I'm going to come back and do some videos on BioShock. But I mean, I'm excited now. I'm excited to play BioShock, and I think that's the point. Instead of looking at a lot of the new games, a lot of the more repetitive games, instead of saying, hey, 24, you know, I don't got a lot of money. Dude, neither do I. I've never had thousands upon thousands of dollars that I've spent, that I can spend on video games, even though I've 100% spent thousands upon thousands of dollars on video games. It's not like I have boatloads of money to spend on video games, but at the same token, there's ways to get around that system of, all right, we don't want to necessarily purchase a game that's going to last us for 10 hours, but we don't necessarily want to be stuck in Rage 2, for example. Well, we can now look at some pre-owned games. Like I just brought BioShock Infinite. We can look at some streaming services like, what is it, the PlayStation Now, and we can also rent games from Redbox. Listen, I know it's not necessarily the most ideal thing to do, to be able to like rent games and stream games and then buy games pre-owned, because sometimes, like BioShock Infinite, hold on, not BioShock, GTA 5 was 20-something dollars. I was like, it's gotta be $10 by now. Like, come on, it's been out for like 6 years. I get it, the remake is on the PS5, but Jesus Christ, lower the price. But I get it, owning pre-owned games isn't the most ideal thing. You have to look back. But I mean, it's better than, for instance, having, like, spending $25 on GTA 5 is better than spending $60 on Rage 2, and that's my point. And I mean, there's ways to get around this system. We're all balling on a budget here, and I want a game for a long time. I want to expand my library, and the best thing about having a library of games, of physical and digital copies, is that you can just replay the games again. I'm replaying The Witcher 3. I want to replay Metal Gear Solid 5. I want to put all of this on the channel. But I think we have to start looking at creative ways to get around this whole repetitive gaming cycle that we've kind of, not repetitive gaming cycle, but games with a lot of monotonous, repetitive gameplay. I think we have to look for some pretty creative ways to get around it, or else we're just gonna be stuck in mediocrity for a year or 2 years. Like this year hasn't necessarily started off the best for me as a gamer, but I am having fun, especially going back and playing some earlier titles. This has been 24. I hope you have liked this video. It's something that I've really wanted to talk about for the past couple of months, just because I've been feeling a little bit down about the industry. But then it's like I went into GameStop, I bought BioShock Infinite, and the spark is now back. I'm excited to play again. I gotta do some stuff out of town, but I will be back. Sorry that I have been inconsistent this month with my content, but again, my computer was in the shop and I just got it back this week. But I will have some more content in the next coming of weeks. This has been 24. Remember to like, comment, favorite, subscribe for more. Until next time, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you next time.